I'm making a video because I started a new challenge. Where shall I begin? It has got everything to do with roller skating. That sounds very trivial, but for me it is not. Let's see, 10 years ago I was in an ice skating show only for 5 months. I'm not a professional ice skater, but it was at the time for real, like 6-7 hours a day on the ice. And I started not knowing how to skate on the ice, and then, you know, in the end we had the show, like 3 months, trying to keep this short. It was very intense. I was in super shape. I will never ever again be in that super shape again in my life, and that's okay, because what I had to do to get there was quite intense. But it's cool. It was a cool adventure. Just to say that at the end of the show, my shift was over, and like a few days after I stopped skating, they called me and they said, one of your colleagues has broken her ribs, so we would like to ask you to come back to the show. I'm like, well, okay, I still got time, so yeah, sure, I'll come back. But because my official shift was over, I was so relaxed. I was like super happy, like, hey, I'm back, hello everybody, and everybody was like happy to see me. And I was probably a bit too relaxed, because then I went on the ice and just warming up, suddenly this figure skating ice skates, they have these teeth in the front to make the pirouettes and stuff. Anyway, one of the teeth got stuck in the ice. I fell really hard. I fell like this on my wrists and on my elbow. So I went to the side. I said, I'm gonna sit down a bit because it actually hurts. Then I started to get dizzy, so I'm like, you know what, I think I'm gonna lay down because I feel a bit dizzy. People started to bring me some sugary drinks, and I was holding my arm up like that when I was laying on the ground, and at some point I let go of the arm and it went like that, and I'm like, I couldn't keep my arm up, and people around me like, what just happened? I'm like, watch, I'm gonna do it again. I don't think it works. So I put my arm up again and I let it go, and it just fell. I'm like, it doesn't work. And at that point there was like a big egg growing on my arm. And then my skating partner told me, I had that egg on my wrist once when I broke my wrist. I'm like, don't say that, I don't want this to be broken. But they said, well, we're gonna have to go to the hospital because something is really wrong. So anyway, we went to the hospital. It was broken. It was a very complex fracture. They had to operate immediately, and I had to make sure that I started moving the arm straight after the operation before my body could start to make scar tissue to like secure everything, so my arm would not be able to move anymore. Still trying to keep it short. It was all extremely painful. I went to the physical therapist for 3 months every day. And the only thing that stopped the session was me crying, because I couldn't bend the arm. I mean, I couldn't use my arm. So the physical therapist said, the more pain you can endure, the more I can push the arm, and the faster it will start moving again. So my limit was as much pain as I could bear. That was the limit. So every session ended with me crying, like, I cannot take this anymore, it's too painful. And I remember after 3 months of going there, one time I went there, she just opened the door and I started crying. I'm like, I cannot do this anymore, it's not working. We just got to 90 degrees, and she said, no, it's not working, we don't progress, and you just cry every day, it's horrible. You should ask the doctor that operated on you if there are other options. So I had to go back to the hospital. They had to put me to sleep again. The doctor would push through everything that went wrong. After the operation, well, a lot of pain again, but the doctor came in the room and he said, well, you could have never have done that on your own, because it was really stuck. We had to push really hard. So it's good that you came in again. And I think now it will go really fast. And indeed, 3-4 weeks later, I could touch my shoulder again, and it started getting better. But like the whole recovery was, in total, was 1 year, because then after 1 year I had to go back to the hospital. I had to take all the metal out that they put there to build my elbow. And I'm so super grateful that there are doctors that can actually do that. They can fix something that is super broken, and I can like use it. Why am I telling you all of this? Oh yes, because I started. So now I started skating, rollerblading, like on the street. But just to tell you that, it sounds trivial, but to me, it's like facing the fear of 10 years ago, of me deciding that, okay, things can really go wrong. And if you fall, you don't even have to do crazy stuff to fall. If you fall in a bad way, it might be that something gets broken and one day it will not be fixable. So that fear became mine. So that's the fear I'm starting this challenge with. And why do I want to do this? Because I really liked the feeling of ice skating. After a while I got a bit better and it started to be fluent and elegant, and it was a game and we did some tricks. And I just recently saw an ice skating show, and I could feel it. I could feel that feeling that I used to have, and I'm like, wow, that's a good feeling. Maybe I should try again. I'm not gonna try on the ice because I don't have an ice skating ring here, and because it's so cold. And maybe, I don't know, just it's not convenient. So that is what this challenge is about. I would really like to get to a level where I can enjoy it, where I'm in control of what I'm doing. One of my goals is to be able to skate in a city with people and streets and traffic lights and bumps on the road, and so to be able to maneuver, to do all of that easily, and for sure some little tricks would be nice. I'm also dreaming about maybe do some partner skating again, because that was really nice. But believe me, I started skating for a few days already before telling you, because I always start a challenge a bit earlier just to make sure that I actually like it, and now that I want to spend 80 days of my life doing that, and to make sure that I think it will be interesting enough for you guys to watch and inspiring. Maybe we'll see. Anyway, so I started, and it's not elegant yet, and it's not fluent yet, and I'm not in control, and no, it's somebody who starts to skate and who is very scared. So I think it will be an interesting journey again, and yeah, maybe that's enough for a start. I hope you will follow me. I hope you will get inspired. Maybe you can do your own challenge. That would be cool. If you have some challenge ideas for me, that would be super cool as well. Like right now I only got like physical challenges in my head, and one day I would like to do like something with music as well, or something completely different that I don't think of right now, but maybe you've got ideas. So feel free to share your ideas. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, but you can inspire me as well. And yeah, I will start showing you how it's going very soon.